I'm Leah Lando with the very latest on COVID-19 on this Monday, May 11th. As the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases continues to go up with more testing, so does the region's capacity to handle this crisis. We could learn today exactly when the local economy will reopen. The pause order that closed non-essential businesses is set to expire on May 15th, and regions are rushing to meet a set of criteria laid out by Governor Cuomo to reopen.
This state, we have a clear, uniform set of criteria. It's the same all across the state. It's all science-based. It's all data-based. And we'll look at those numbers. We'll look at those data points to see where it's safe to open.
Governor Cuomo said he will be meeting with county executives around the state today. To reopen, a region has to have a 14-day decline in hospitalizations, 30% of hospital beds available, more testing, and more contact tracers as well. A new focus on COVID-19's devastating impact on nursing homes in New York alone. The death toll among nursing home residents is more than 5,000 and growing. The state's been under fire for how it has handled that part of the crisis. In response, Governor Cuomo laying out new rules. All nursing home employees must now be tested twice a week for COVID-19. And in a reversal of his earlier mandate, hospitals will no longer be allowed to send patients back to nursing homes if they test positive. Meantime, nursing homes that cannot isolate, quarantine, or properly care for residents who test positive for COVID-19 must transfer them.
So what does this mean? If they don't have enough staff, if they don't have enough PPE, if their facility doesn't allow for isolation or quarantine, whatever it is, if they cannot provide the proper care, they must transfer the resident, period.
Across the country, according to officials, there have been 26,000 COVID-19 deaths in nursing homes and long-term facilities, 5,300 in New York, including at least 54 here in Monroe County. And taking a look at the cases of COVID-19 in the area, according to officials, Monroe County has 1,789 confirmed cases right now. 148 people have died. Steuben County has 243, Genesee County has 164 cases, and Livingston County has 100. Senator Chuck Schumer is calling on the Department of Veterans Affairs to answer questions about whether vets are being used for COVID-19 drug testing. Questions were raised after a recent bulk order of hydroxychloroquine was made by the VA. In a press conference, Schumer said there are real concerns that vets are being treated with these drugs without their knowledge or consent.
We are here because there are serious questions about these drugs in our VA system, and the VA is not giving us answers. So I, along with veterans groups, including the American Legion and the Vietnam Vets Against the War, are demanding answers as to whether the vets are being used for clandestine COVID-19 drug testing.
Doctors and President Trump have talked about hydroxychloroquine as a potential treatment for COVID-19. Dr. Rick Bright, who filed a whistleblower complaint against the administration, says there is not enough scientific evidence either drug works. Governor Cuomo says 2 young children and a teenager in the state have now died from a possible complication from COVID-19 involving swollen blood vessels and heart problems. At least 73 children in New York have been diagnosed with symptoms similar to Kawasaki's disease, a rare inflammatory condition, and toxic shock syndrome. There is no proof, though, that the virus causes this mysterious syndrome. A new CDC study tracking pediatric vaccine orders finds older children are failing to get necessary vaccines during this pandemic. Researchers suggest it could lead to outbreaks of vaccine-preventable diseases like measles as social distancing measures are relaxed. The battle against COVID-19 is also having a negative impact on the fight against cancer, according to researchers. A survey of American Cancer Society grantees finds more than half report their research and training activities have been interrupted during this pandemic. Well, as you know, new information is constantly coming in related to COVID, and we'll keep you up to date, both online and on air. We're at rochesterfirst.com. Thanks for watching and stay safe.